This is Lesson 11, Foundational Skills, and we're talking about the spelling of G. Some spellings, called tricky spellings, can be pronounced more than one way. You have already learned that G can be pronounced as G, as in gift. Read that word with me. Gift. And notice the power bar here, boys and girls, is pretty long. So this is a very common spelling of G. So let's look at G. Got, G. Gum, G. Big, G. Those all make the sound G. The other way we can spell with the G is gem, J. So here the G actually sounds like a letter J, gem. Say it with me, gem. Tragic. Again, the G sounds like a J sound. Say tragic. And finally, legend. Say legend. The G sounds like a J in all of those words. G is often pronounced J when it is followed by the letter E or the letter I. So in gem, E comes after the G, so we say J. In tragic, I comes after the G and it's a J sound. And in legend, it's followed by an E and it says J. To figure out how to pronounce G, you may need to try sounding it out two different ways. Use the G sound and the J sound to see what makes sense. You know so many words as a third grader that you'll be able to figure it out. So G is the most likely pronunciation option, so that's the one that you should try first. It's the most common. If that doesn't sound right or doesn't make sense, try option 2, which is a J sound. You're going to complete activity book page 11.2. 11.2. Use this as a guide to remember what it can sound like. And down here, the word that has a G in it, you're going to put it under the correct sound that it makes. For example, he did a magic trick. Magic. If you know that word already and you know it's magic, you can put it under the J sound. If you didn't know this word, you could say magic. Does that sound right? No, it doesn't. Or magic. So you can try it both ways. Number 2, this fish has, we could say, gills, or the J sound, gills. And you can figure out which makes sense. So you're going to write the word under the correct way that we pronounce the G in that word. On activity book page 11.3 and 11.4, you're going to take these words over here. You're going to say these words using the G or J to figure out how you say it. And you can either cut them out and paste them over here on this page, the branches on the tree, or you can just rewrite them on the tree. So you will submit to me 11.4 and 11.2. Now we're going to talk about the spelling of C. This is another tricky spelling. You've already learned that C can be pronounced K, as in cat. Say the word with me, cat. And again, you can see the power bar here is pretty large, so this is the most common way we pronounce the letter C. If we look at these words, can, cap, hot. It makes the k sound. C can also say s, like an S. Cent, as in a penny, a cent. Citrus, like fruit. Cell, as in a box or a math cell. C is often pronounced s when it is followed by the letter E or I. Again, C here is followed by an E. Here, it's followed by an I and an E. And they all say S. To figure out how to pronounce C, you may need to try sounding it out two different ways, with the K sound and the S sound. And remember, it's usually pronounced S when there's an E or an I after the C. So you're doing the same thing you did on the other page, except you're using the C sound, K and S. So the word in the sentence that has the C, you're going to decide, is it a K pronunciation or a S pronunciation? So number 2, we slept in a. As the band was singing, she was. Mom swept up the dust and fill up that. He had 6 to stop. Liz spotted a skunk at, and you're going to decide where to put them. Finally, boys and girls, you are going to do the same thing you were doing on the other page with the G. You're going to look at these words, decide how the C is pronounced, whether it's a K or a S, and you're either going to glue the words on or just rewrite the words. It's your choice. Have fun, boys and girls.